Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. 99% of the people in here probably know who I am, but for those of you that don't, my name is Ken Scarlett, and I have the privilege of serving as Chief of Police here with the Springfield Police Department. And I'd like to thank all of you, for coming today and show support for these two as we promote them into their next and most challenging leadership roles to date. Please keep in mind that today's events are really about you all, so feel free to take as many photos as you'd like, move about throughout the ceremony, capture all of today's highlights. And before we begin, I'll make a few introductions. Mayor Misty Busher is with us. We'll get to hear from her momentarily. And next, I'd like to introduce my senior staff, led by Assistant Chief Don Mumaw, Deputy Chief Josh Stunkel, Deputy Chief Sarah Pickford, Deputy Chief Andrew Dodd, and Commander Joe Beal. Without their assistance and leadership in helping me, we would not be where we are. So I truly appreciate their leadership, and certainly shows as we look to great things happening at this agency. So you guys are way on that side, so I feel like I'm going to have to turn over here to talk to you, so bear with me. Well, each of you have proven yourself time and time again in your ability to step up within roles within our agency and succeed, whether assigned to the Criminal Investigations Division as a supervisor or whether assigned to our training division where you were responsible for the training of our seasoned officers as well as new officers. And having known both of you personally for quite some time, it's evident that new challenges, which may seem out of the norm, did not affect either one of yours ability to lead. And at the end of the day, you both enter new positions where, once again, I have the utmost confidence in both of you, in your challenge, in your knowledge and comprehension of this new role. So I want to take a few moments and really talk about key components of management, and it boils down to one word, and that's leadership. And as I mentioned a few concepts over the next few minutes, it's nothing that's really revelationary to any of us in this room, but rather it should serve as a simple reminder for each one of us. And leadership, by definition, is the ability to influence and guide members of our organization. This agency has stood the test of time for almost 200 years because of the trusted leaders that have stood before us. And you two are just two more in that long line of success. So here are a few simple tips that I think, again, we can all benefit from when it comes to leadership. Number one, listen. Listen. A big part of leadership is actively listening to those who serve under your command. While others feel heard and valued, when others feel heard and valued, they're always more willing to follow each one of you into battle. Number two, small acts of kindness make a huge difference. Our goal is to effectively deliver security and protection to the citizens of Springfield, and this represents a daunting task for our officers. Small acts of kindness displayed by a leader to his personnel create positive momentum that can, in fact, lead to amazing results. Get to know the hopes and dreams and aspirations of your subordinates. Next, you must communicate. Be a voice of influence that can deliver a powerful message. Make sure all are aware of the direction that this agency is headed, and share your vision with your team, but also be willing to change that vision and modify that vision when a change of course is beneficial. Next, you have to make decisions. Each of you have the distinction to be in positions that many are going to turn to you in times of crisis and uncertainty. Your team looks to you for guidance and clarity. This means you must be confident in your roles and be willing to make an educated decision knowing that the success of our department depends on it. I expect us all to encourage others. Each of us have entered this profession to help the helpless and hold bad actors accountable. The landscape of law enforcement has drastically changed in the last several years, and I think that's quite evident. Recognize the negative connotation often portrayed by the most vocal in the media that it can negatively affect the morale of a young, eager officer. So it's your job to encourage them and to remind them why we wear this uniform. Here's one: you need to be a weatherman. That's right, a weatherman. Your role as a leader within this organization is to ensure the cohesiveness of our personnel regardless of looming thunderstorms. This means it becomes your job to read and interpret the climate, both internally as well as throughout the community in which we serve. Although we can't control or manipulate the feelings of our community, we can in fact predict, forecast, and prepare for the future. And finally, I expect you both and everyone in this room to represent our team. You must be a team player. There are times when personalities conflict and personal opinion may differ slightly from professional opinion. This team, that is the Springfield Police Department, thrives only because we're willing to focus on the long-term goal of public safety. You are both in unique positions to positively influence every officer of this department, so be a team player. And before we make this promotion official, let me just say this. Sergeant Barksdale, lieutenants with the Springfield Police Department have the distinction to oversee the entire city during the course of a shift. You're oftentimes forced to make critical decisions that affect the lives and livelihoods of others. Your management of all personnel, as well as the key assets, will lead to necessary trust and commitment from your subordinates. Lieutenant Williams, the position of commander in the Criminal Investigations Division is crucial as the division handles many noteworthy cases that have a profound effect on the safety of our community. Never relent on the ultimate goal of bringing critical cases to closure, as our community deserves this commitment. And let me stand here and make this very public. I have the utmost confidence in both of you that you will continue to succeed in the day-to-day operations of law enforcement. And this confidence in you exudes because of your character and your ability to deliver dignity to those who we serve. You're competent, you're capable, and now I expect you to be committed to your new assignment. This agency, a lot of which is represented today, along with the 114,000 citizens of Springfield, are counting on your leadership. And speaking of leadership, at this time I'd ask the woman who leads the city of Springfield to come forward and offer a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would first like to share with our new commander and lieutenant a sign that hangs in the mayor's office and what it says. And it says, "This is the beginning of a new day. You have been given this day to use as you will. You can waste it or you can use it for good. What you do today is important because you are exchanging a day of your life for it. When tomorrow comes, it will be gone forever. In its place will be something you have left behind. Let it be something good." And I feel all the men and women of the Springfield Police Department do that in their daily life. But now it is also your responsibility to lead them to remember to let it be something good every day when times are tough. And I know you've experienced tough times during your career here at the Springfield Police Department, and they're not going to stop. I hate to say that to you, but it's true. All of us have to experience tough times. So let it be something good that we leave behind. Each and every one of you, and I've said it in numerous squad meetings, in my opinion, are the backbone of our entire city. 114,000 people pick up the phone and call you anytime they need something. I can't find my child, they're lost. There is a car accident. Someone just broke into my home. It is always you that goes, and it's not always easy. That's why the Bush administration, along with your chief, has the utmost respect for everything you do and stands up for you all the time. Because you take care of our community, and we have to take care of you. And now you are joining us in the taking care of business. These folks that are here are ours to make sure that we take care of them as they take care of our city. For everyone here, I thank you for being in our law enforcement Springfield Police Department. I believe it is the #1 agency in the country. You represent what others want to be. Chief Scarlett is creating an agency that we're going to have a waiting list of people that want to be like you. And that's something to be said in 2024 in law enforcement. So thank you for what you do. Thank the two of you for your leadership. And I'm honored to serve alongside of both of you. And I'm going to end on a funny note. Mr. Barksdale, his mother wouldn't allow him to have a car because she wasn't going to pay for it when he was 16. So a young 16-year-old Grant Barksdale was marched into my office at the bank with his mother, and he had to borrow the money for it. So look how we've come full circle. Have a good day, everyone.
Mayor, thanks for those words. Thanks for your support and your trust in our organization. And people want to be a part of this team because of the great leadership which you provide. And I truly do appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, it's time for the to get down to business here. We're going to begin the pinning ceremony. Again, feel free to take as many photos as you'd like. This is your opportunity to memorialize this great day. So we're going to begin with Grant Barksdale. Come on up. All right, Grant attended Greenview High School as well as Western Illinois University, where he achieved a bachelor's degree in law enforcement and justice administration. Grant's been with the Springfield Police Department for 18 years and served in a variety of units to include the Proactive Crimes Unit. He was a field training officer, a patrol sergeant, a sergeant in the Criminal Investigations Division, former president of the PBPA Unit Number 5. He's also an award recipient of the Silver Suarez Award and the Porter Williams Award for Bravery. Grant has one daughter, Rory, and he is going to be penned by his daughter, Rory, and his girlfriend, Katie, if you all would like to come on up. Ron Williams, come on up. Ron attended Landfair High School and served in the United States Marine Corps, where he spent 8 years and eventually retired as a sergeant. Ron's been with the Springfield Police Department for 23 years, serving a variety of roles to include our emergency response team and most recently lieutenant at our training academy. Ron is also a graduate of Northwestern School of Staff and Command. Ron is engaged to his fiancee Brianna and has a daughter Elena, and will be penned by, let's get this right, Brianna and his niece Elena. All right. Okay, that makes things official. So now Lieutenant Barksdale, Commander Williams. This noble calling is much more about the process than it is the outcome. Of course, we have an obligation to uphold and enforce laws, to make critical life-altering decisions, and to make the determination to take people's freedoms away. And these tasks are critical in the mission of law enforcement. Here's the question I have for you guys. How will you deliver your message, and how will you treat everyone whom you lead? And the answer is quite simple: with dignity. Oftentimes we deal with individuals at their absolute worst, whether that's victims, witnesses, or suspects. And the impression that you two impart upon others, to include your subordinates, leaves a longer lasting taste than the outcome of a specific call. How will you be known? What type of leadership what type of leadership qualities will you demonstrate to others? Will you choose to treat others with dignity and respect, knowing that you're representing a much larger organization than simply your nameplate on the front of your uniform? Here's your challenge. Make it your goal every day to listen. Be an encourager. Communicate with others. Be a team player and share small acts of kindness with your team, and you will in fact earn a long-lasting legacy here at the Springfield Police Department. How about a round of applause for our team? do? 19 minutes. That wasn't bad. I said 22, so. Hey, I'm going to have these guys stand up here. I would just ask maybe we do a receiving line, come on through. Mayor can lead the way, and congratulate both these guys on great accomplishment.